Alright guys, we back with another solo leveling video. But before we get into that, if you haven't already or you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a upload from your boy. What are you doing with yourself, man? Look, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all a little something right here. You not subscribed to my channel but watching all my videos, I love you. But you gotta go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button. Go ahead and show your boy some love for all this solo leveling content, because I'm the only one out here doing it. Okay, now that we done got that out of the way, we can go ahead and get straight into this video. So today I got something special for y'all boys today. Now, we're going to be discussing our boy jin-woo today, but we're going to be breaking down the evolution of jin-woo. Now, if you a real fan of Jin-woo, you know there's not just one Jin-woo. Now, if I had a personal favorite Jin-woo, it's going to be my boy Fade-woo, okay? My boy Jin-woo, he pulls up with the nice fade. My boy got a young taper. He usually looking the smoothest, and I feel like his fighting style as Fade-woo is the best. Now, we're going to go ahead and start all the way from the beginning with our young protagonist as a young E-ranked hunter. Let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Now, we all remember our boy jin-woo as that cute, adorable little kid that he used to be. Now, my boy Jin-woo, he's pretty old. I believe he was around the ages of 21 and 24 when the series first started. Don't quote me on that because I might have my numbers mixed up. But my boy used to always have the tape on his face, the bandages, because he would always get beat up when he would go into any dungeon. No matter how weak the opponents were, Jin-woo just simply wasn't strong enough to take on individual monsters. Now, if we were comparing Jin-woo to, say, humans, he would be able to destroy the humans because they're just simply not strong enough to be able to handle an actual hunter. At the end of the day, Jin-woo was a hunter. Even though he was an E-ranked hunter, he was an awakened hunter. Now, as you can see in the image that I put up, our boy Jin-woo, he didn't even have a cut. My boy never got a cut. And he was a lot shorter, very, very skinny and fragile. He just had no muscle on him. He just had no actual manly features. At sometimes he kind of resembled a woman in certain aspects, or just really a little kid pretty much. So that was pretty much Jin-woo starting off. But then we get our first evolution with our boy Jin, and my boy is starting to get muscles. Now, after Jin-woo acquires the system, which he gets from the stone statue in the beginning of the series, if you haven't already checked out this series, close out this video right now. Go open up your web browser and go read Solo Leveling. Then come back to all my videos so you can have something to watch after you've already threw your life away from reading Solo Leveling in one day. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, our boy is looking mighty strong right now. You see, he got the buff attributes. My boy is looking fit, muscular. He could easily get all the honeys right now. My boy is getting taller, out the gate. That young nurse wanted my boy number. So that makes me already know my boy Jin-woo is getting handsome out there. My boy looking sharp now. Now, if we fast forward all the way to the Lizard Dungeon arc, where our boy Jin-woo meets up with his soon-to-be best friend Yo Jin-ho, we can tell that Jin-woo looks like a completely different person at this time. Now, I believe he's still rocking the same gear. He just looks a lot more smoother. Now, if you notice my guy's facial features, even though his chin has always been really sharp, he loses a lot of the feminine, childish blemishes and, you know, jaw structures on his face, and his hair is starting to fill out for his face, which is kind of weird to think about. But his eyes become a lot sharper. We see his actual muscles start to come out, and he's a lot taller than he was when the series actually started. And this is barely in the beginning of the series. He's still not even a necromancer yet. He's just a straight regular hunter that is just trying to grow his skills. Now, we don't see many changes about Jin-woo until about chapter 50. Now, chapter 55 has one of my favorite Sung Jin-woos. And like I said in the beginning of the video, his name to me is Fade Woo, because my boy gets a fade. Now, this is, I believe, the first time he actually starts to cut his hair. He doesn't trim off the bangs that he has in front of his head, but as you can see, the back of his head is a lot more sculpted and is faded out. That's why you see Fade Woo. Now, my boy got a temp fade, and he actually switched up the clothing this time. Oddly, even though he didn't know that he was going to be inside of a red gate in the cold, he still managed to have a jacket, even though I know he pulled out the jackets out of his inventory for everyone else. But if you notice, before he goes in there, he is sporting a jacket. Now, I like the fade on Jin-woo, and I like when his hair is actually up more than when it's just hanging down over his face. I think he looks a lot cool. But that was one of the first changes outside of the beginning stuff that we see Jin-woo go through, as his personality is changing a lot. Now from here, we see he continues to rock the fade all the way through the dungeon, the demon dungeon arc, also the demon castle arc. He keeps rocking that. I think he likes it just as much as I do. As far as appearance changes, I believe Jin-woo doesn't change much more after that. Now, we do see him rocking a lot more suits towards the actual ending of season 1. But like I said, as far as looks, Jin-woo doesn't change much after that. After about chapter 55, he goes between having the fade, not having the fade, having more bangs, less bangs. It just all depends on how my boy feels when he wakes up out of the bed, you feel me? But now, as far as abilities, our boy Sung Jin-woo's evolution was crazy, okay? So I did a little bit of explaining Jin-woo before anything happened, before the system. He was weak, you know, he wasn't strong at all. He didn't have any abilities. Like I said, he gets into a fight with any monster, he's going to be super damaged, super injured. But my boy is a trooper. He's a soldier. He still went out there because he had responsibilities. He had a mother that he needed to take care of that was clearly not going to wake up no time soon. And he had a little sister that was also in school. So he had to take care of her, be the parent, be the brother, while she's at school doing work, trying to study to become a lawyer and start to make money, so Jin-woo doesn't have to become a hunter and risk his life every day. But y'all know our boy Jin-woo, he's willing to do things like that for the people that he loves. And we can tell that doesn't change throughout the entire series. And that's one thing that I do love about the character. He has a motive, he wants to do it, and he keeps going at it. And he never veers away from why he's doing all this. And that is for his family and because he just wants to be at peace. Now, as far as abilities, we do know that our boy Jin-woo becomes a necromancer. And that evolves into a shadow monarch. Now, if you don't know anything about necromancy, it has a lot to do with the undead. Now, Jin-woo has the ability to arise anything that is either A, dead near him, or something that he killed. There are some restrictions beyond that. There are certain monsters that he cannot bring back with him. But for the most part, if it's dead and it's near him and he actually has the will to bring this monster back or this human back, he can do it. That's one of the greatest abilities that Jin-woo has right there. The ability to build an undead army is very, very good, especially when going up against a big army yourself. You want to have as many soldiers as possible. Now, another thing that Jin-woo has his ability is his ability to bring other people around him. His gravitational pull is so strong, and we know that because he's so powerful. And at the end of the day, power brings people towards you. The more powerful you are, the more people want to be on your side, the more people want to be your fan, the more people want to be your hater. So the more power you have, the better you're off in this world. And in a lot of worlds, in the human world, we don't classify it as power as far as strength, but power could mean a lot of things like knowledge, who you know, things like that. Power from above. And Jin-woo clearly has power. So therefore, that was something that he did not have when he was just a lonely E rank. Some of my personal favorite Jin-woo abilities that he gains are the stealth one. The stealth and being able to disappear and get rid of every trace of his body. I think that's one of the coolest things because you can sneak up on people. Most people can't sense your aura, sense that you're around. And Jin-woo is a speed demon. He's super, super fast. Even though he has Kazal and he can just fly around on Kazal, his speed is still top notch. He's still moving faster than the speed of light at some point. My boy is stupid fast. Everyone else is pretty much moving at a crawl to him when he's actually trying to move as fast as he wants to. So those are some things about Jin-woo, and that was pretty much Jin-woo's evolution. If you guys want me to do other characters in the season, or if you guys want me to go more in depth on Jin-woo, we pretty much know everything there is to know about Jin-woo. I just want to let you guys know the abilities that he went from to where he is now, and also his appearance. That was the massive change in the character from chapter 1 to chapter 110 is the appearance. But that's all I got for you guys in today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.